What if Babylon never truly fell? What if the spirit of rebellion that started at Babel is not only alive today, but ruling the world? From ancient towers to global control systems, from Nimrod to the beast, we're tracing the rise and return of Babylon. This is episode 5 of What If the End Times Are a Repeat of the Days of Noah? Welcome to Mysteries of the Word, where we explore Bible prophecy, ancient texts, and modern-day signs with spiritual insight and scriptural depth. If you're hungry for truth in a world full of confusion, you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and let's get into it. The first rebellion after the flood. Genesis 11 tells us about the Tower of Babel. Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves. After the flood, humanity was supposed to scatter and fill the earth. But instead, they gathered in rebellion under a powerful leader, Nimrod. Genesis 10 verse 10 tells us that the beginning of his kingdom was Babel. This wasn't just about bricks and mortar. It was about centralized power, false unity, and a war against God's authority. The tower was humanity's attempt to ascend to the heavens without God. It was an early version of man trying to become God. Babylon, a city, a system, a spirit. Babylon shows up all over the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. It's not just a physical place. It's a spiritual system that keeps rising in every age. In the ancient world, Babylon was known for sorcery, idol worship, and enslaving nations. In Daniel's time, Babylon was the empire that tried to change times, laws, and even identities. In Revelation, Babylon returns as Mystery Babylon, the mother of harlots and of abominations of the earth. What is Mystery Babylon? It's a global system of spiritual deception, economic control, political corruption, and moral rebellion. Are we already living in Mystery Babylon? Let's ask a few questions. Do we live in a world where everything is being unified, under one language, tech, one currency, digital, and one ideology, tolerance without truth? Do we see governments, corporations, and media working together to control how people think, speak, and behave? Are we witnessing an assault on the foundations of faith, family, and freedom? If the answer is yes, then we're not just watching Babylon rise. We're already inside it. The new tower, technology, data, and digital worship. In Babel, people built upward to reach heaven. Today, we build outward, digital networks, AI systems, virtual realities, and biometric surveillance. Our towers aren't made of brick. They're made of data, algorithms, and invisible infrastructure. Social media shapes our identity. AI promises godlike intelligence. Global tracking systems know where we are and what we believe. Could the new Tower of Babel be the very tech we now depend on? Nimrod, the beast, and Antichrist connections. The ancient Jewish text Jubilees says that Nimrod taught people sorcery and rebellion against God. He was the first to centralize power, build cities, and make war. The name Nimrod is tied to rebellion. The Hebrew phrase "before the Lord" in Genesis 10 verse 9 likely means in defiance of the Lord. Many scholars and Bible students believe that the Antichrist in Revelation will mirror Nimrod, a global leader. Charismatic, powerful, and ruthless. He unites nations, but for destruction, and builds an empire that looks strong, but is rooted in rebellion. So, is it possible that Nimrod was a prototype of the final world ruler? Revelation 13 speaks of a beast with global worship, control, and deception. That's not just future, it's forming now. The mixing of seeds. Again. Genesis 11 says God confused the languages to stop mankind from nothing they planned being withheld from them. But Jesus said the end times would be like the days of Noah, when human DNA was being corrupted by fallen angels. What's happening now? CRISPR gene editing, human-animal hybrids, AI-human neural links, transhumanist agendas. Just like Babel in Noah's day, humanity is again reaching for godhood, and losing its image of God in the process. Come out of her, my people. Revelation 18 verse 4 gives a warning. Come out of her, my people, so that you will not share in her sins or receive any of her plagues. God is calling his people to recognize Babylon and separate from it, not physically but spiritually. Don't worship what the world worships. Don't believe every voice that sounds unified. Don't give your allegiance to systems that defy God, even if they promise peace or progress. Babylon rises, but it will fall. Babylon may seem unstoppable, but its fall is certain. Just as God scattered Babel in Genesis 11, just as Babylon fell in the book of Daniel, Mystery Babylon will fall again at the return of Jesus Christ. Revelation 18 verse 2, Fallen is Babylon the Great. This isn't just history. It's prophecy in motion, and it's happening in real time. What should we do? As believers, we're called to stay awake, seek truth, build the kingdom of God, not the tower of man. Because while the world builds Babylon, God is preparing a new Jerusalem. One will be destroyed, the other will last forever. Are we already living in Mystery Babylon? Tell us in the comments what signs you're seeing around you. If this episode helped open your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to wake up before it's too late. You're watching Mysteries of the Word, where ancient truth meets modern revelation.